So, what does it really take to build a masterful brand? Today, we're diving into the art and, yes, the science behind those iconic names that have totally shaped our world.
All right, let's start with a bit of a riddle. What could a massive online everything store, a legendary sneaker company, and a famous TV chef possibly have in common? I mean, they seem totally different, right? But there's a powerful secret connecting them all.
And there it is. The answer is that every single one of them is a masterclass in brand building. They didn't just get lucky. Their power, their influence, it was all carefully engineered right from the very beginning. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it's done.
Every great brand's journey begins at the same place, its birth. This is where its core DNA gets created. And believe me, this first step is absolutely crucial. It sets the stage for everything, and I mean everything that comes after.
Okay, so the building blocks of this DNA, we call them brand elements. You can think of them as the brand's genetic code. These are all the tangible things, the name, the logo, maybe a character or a slogan that make you instantly recognize a brand and know it's different from the competition. Now, choosing these elements isn't just about what looks cool. No way. It's a strategic process. For a brand to have a, healthy birth, its elements have to be memorable and meaningful for sure, but they also have to be transferable to new products, adaptable over time, and, this one's huge, legally protectable. It's a real balancing act. Let's just take the most fundamental element, the name. You can go descriptive, like sleep in, you know exactly what you're getting, or you could invent a word, like Verizon. But think about Jeff Bezos. When he named his online bookstore Amazon, he was thinking way bigger than books. He picked it because the Amazon is the world's biggest river. That name signaled his ambition to create the world's biggest store. Now that is a masterstroke in transferability. And the same idea of adaptability, it's not just for names. It applies to brand characters too. Just look at Betty Crocker. To stay relevant, she had to evolve. She went from that classic 1950s homemaker to a modern, professional woman in the 90s, someone everyone could relate to. It just proves that a brand's DNA has to adapt to survive.
Okay, so the brand is born, it has its DNA. Now what? Well, now it has to learn how to talk. This brings us to the next stage, marketing communications. This is the art of giving the brand a voice and telling its story to the world. But here's the catch. Getting a message to actually land is an incredibly fragile process. I mean, think about it. A customer has to be exposed to your message. Then they have to pay attention to it, understand it, agree with it, form an intention to act on it, and then, finally, actually do the thing. If you fail at any one of those steps, the whole chain breaks. The bar is unbelievably high. For decades, the best way to get that exposure was on TV. And the cost was just mind-blowing. A single 30-second ad during a big game could cost over $1.5 million. That's the kind of money brands would shell out just to get seen. But then the world shifted. By 2017, the power dynamic had completely flipped. Ad spending on digital platforms blew past TV spending by more than $30 billion. The world's biggest megaphone had officially moved online. And yet, even in this crazy new digital world, the old wisdom still holds up. The advertising genius David Ogilvy said it best, talking about radio ads decades ago. Be clear, be frequent, and always focus on the benefit to the listener. Doesn't matter if it's a radio jingle or a TikTok video, those fundamentals are absolutely timeless. Now, here's a really smart move. A brand doesn't have to build its entire reputation from scratch. One of the most powerful strategies is to leverage what we call secondary associations. Basically, you borrow credibility and meaning from other things that people already know and trust. A perfect example of this is co-branding. Remember when Apple and Nike teamed up for Nike Plus? It was brilliant. Nike brought the serious athletic cred, and Apple brought its game-changing tech and super sleek design. The final product just screamed high performance and was incredibly easy to use. Then there's something called ingredient branding, where one part of a product becomes a famous brand all by itself. I mean, the Intel Inside campaign was so good that it turned a computer chip, something you'd never even see, into a symbol of power and quality for the whole machine. It made the invisible part incredibly valuable. Brands can even borrow equity from an entire country. New Zealand has done a masterful job with its 100% Pure New Zealand campaign. They've linked their national identity with ideas of nature, adventure, and purity.
That association lifts up everything from their tourism to their food exports, giving them this global stamp of quality. And of course, there are celebrity endorsements. But the ones that really work feel authentic. Rachel Ray's pet food brand is a great example. It works because people know she genuinely loves her animals. It's not just a paycheck. That personal credibility transfers right over to the product, making the whole brand feel trustworthy. So all of this brings our brand's journey right into the modern era. And today's brands have to survive in a wild and complex digital world, a place that's filled with both unbelievable opportunities and some pretty serious threats. And nothing captures the sheer speed and scale of this digital economy like Amazon. They sold their first book in 1995. Just over 20 years later, they're buying Whole Foods for $14 billion. That explosive growth is the new normal. It's fast, it's disruptive, and it is relentless. To survive here, brands have to manage a whole new ecosystem. You've got your paid media, like search and social ads. You've got your owned media, that's your website, your app. And then you have earned media, which is the holy grail. That's the organic buzz, the good reviews, the stuff you don't pay for. A winning strategy has to balance all three. But make no mistake, this digital wilderness is full of predators. You've got cyber squatting, where people snatch up your domain name and try to hold it for ransom. And even worse is counterfeiting. It's a massive global industry, almost as profitable as the illegal drug trade, and it can absolutely destroy a brand's reputation. So, how do you win in this tough environment? Well, the ultimate key, the secret weapon, is the user experience. Amazon built its empire by obsessively removing friction. Think about their one-click purchase. It's seamless. In a world where your competitor is literally just one click away, success isn't just about what you sell, it's about how easy and effortless you make it for your customer. And all of this leaves us with a final, really big question. For most of history, companies told us what their brands meant. But today, in this age of viral memes, powerful influencers, and instant online boycotts, who really gets to decide what a brand stands for? Is it the company that built it? Or is it us?